It has now been months since 6-year-old Lily and nearly 5-year-old Jack vanished from their rural home at Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, and for their grandmother, Belinda Gray, every minute has been its own kind of torment. She describes waking each morning, phone in hand, hoping beyond hope to see any call, any message, or even a single clue that might point to her grandchildren. Instead, she is met with silence, and that silence echoes louder each day. Belinda remembers Lily as a bright, curious little girl who would mirror her every move, reaching for a spoon, asking why, wanting to help in the garden. And Jack, he was her quiet shadow, a playful toddler just finding his legs, crawling at times, clutching his mother's finger as if anchoring himself to the world. That world changed on May 2nd. On that day, the children walked out of sight and into a mystery that has baffled police, paralyzed a community, and shattered a grandmother's heart. For Belinda, the hole in her family is not just emotional, it's uncontestable. She joined the search parties, hiking through dense brush, crossing rocky ridges, trawling wooded ridgelines and winding brooks, calling Lily, Jack, until her voice cracked. At first, the hope was raw and vivid. Then the hope turned into suspicion. She learned that their mother, Malaya, had quietly left the area soon after their disappearance. In Belinda's mind, that departure raised questions that no one has fully answered. How could 2 small children vanish without a trace?
No footprints, no clothing.
No evidence of struggle, just absent children and an absent mother looming in the background of her grief. When she speaks about the response from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, Belinda does so through tears mixed with anger. She says the delay in issuing an automatic alert for 2 vulnerable, missing children was unacceptable. She argues, in any country, an Amber Alert or equivalent should be triggered the moment such children vanish. These are kids, she says. They don't wander off like grown people. Someone is responsible. The RCMP maintain they pursued leads, sifted tips, used aerial drones, canine units, ground crews, but the grandmother feels every hour wasted was precious time lost. Her public pleas have rekindled attention not just on Lily and Jack, but on how seriously missing children cases are handled in rural communities. She is calling for more transparency. What did Child Protection Services know before the disappearance? What role did the school or neighbors play? Were warning signs dismissed? Because if children vanish from a property with heavy forests surrounding them and no trace remains, something else, something darker, must be at work. And she wants to know what it is. The investigation remains open, the RCMP say. Investigators confirm they have interviewed dozens of individuals, administered polygraphs, collected hundreds of hours of video, and reviewed hundreds of tips. No evidence to date definitively indicates abduction, but officials have not ruled it out. Meanwhile, the government of Nova Scotia has offered a reward, reportedly up to 150,000 Canadian dollars, for information of investigative value. Yet for Belinda, a reward and a public statement are cold comfort. Her daily ritual, searching her phone, scanning messages, holding onto the pink blanket she believes belonged to Lily, feels like a lone vigil in endless night. She speaks of the community. Neighbors who once joined in lantern-lit walks through the woods have gradually returned to their lives, while she remains in the same place of waiting, not sure what she is waiting for. She turns her anger toward the unknown. I cannot accept they just wandered off, she says. Those woods are deep and wild. 2 kids don't just vanish there. Somebody knows. Someone spoke. Someone saw. Her voice has grown steadier in recent weeks, not calm, but determined. She now demands a public inquiry into what happened, into the RCMP's protocols, into how early concerns about the children were addressed, into whether systems failed them. The impact on the wider community of Pictou County has been chilling. A small rural area where neighbors know each other, where children's footprints are usually visible in snow or wood chips, now harbors a void. People ask, if 2 children vanish without trace, what does that say about safety, vigilance, and accountability in places thought to be remote but safe? As a grandmother, Belinda knows she cannot bring Lily and Jack back alone. But she holds the power of voice. her face often breaking when she says, "I just want them home." And by speaking out loudly, publicly, she insists no part of the investigation be hidden by bureaucracy or discretion. She insists the children matter. She insists that time does not make the mystery less urgent. For her, the missing children case is no longer only about her grandchildren. It is about every child in a vulnerable home, every parent waiting in darkness, every system that must answer. And so she stands, in the cold rural winds of Nova Scotia, still calling their names. If you have any information about Lily and Jack's whereabouts, please contact the Northeast Nova RCMP Major Crime Unit at 902-896-5060 or submit an anonymous tip to Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel.